You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. Focus on the future. Focus on the future. Focus on the future. Have you ever had somebody to say something negative about you? Has anybody ever had somebody say something negative? Okay, I'm not the only one. All right. They've never taken the time to get to know you, but they think that you think you are that. Or have you ever had to be around somebody who just didn't like you? You were stuck having to be around somebody who just didn't like you. And you can be in a room with 50 people, and if 5 of the 50 people don't like you, it can feel like the 5 people are the only people in the room. It can feel like the 5 people are 500 people. So now you got an attitude. Now you feeling some kind of way. You just don't know if you can do it today because of 5 measly people. And I get that. But the problem with focusing on the 5 people who don't like you is that it causes you to ignore the 45 people who love you. So what the 5 got their lips poked out? So what the 5 are looking at you sideways? They don't have a heaven or hell to put you in anyway. Praise the Lord. Don't overlook the 45 because of the ignorance of the 5. Don't overlook the people who love you because of a few folk who don't like you. Don't overlook the people who have your back because of a few people talking behind your back. Somebody somewhere can't get enough of you. Somebody somewhere looks forward to talking to you. Somebody somewhere has been waiting all week just to see you. Somebody somewhere loves you just the way you are. So thank God for them. Celebrate them. Appreciate them. Focus on them. Don't focus so much on the negative that you fail to notice the positive. And in our text today, the writer says, let your eyes look directly forward and your gaze be straight before you. Here, this writer is emphasizing the importance of focus. And if your eyes are looking directly forward and you are focused on what's before you, then that means that you're not even paying attention to stuff that doesn't even matter. And whether or not you realize it or not, some stuff that we get upset about doesn't even matter. It ain't even that serious. In an episode of Seinfeld, Elaine's boyfriend Jake writes down the message of a missed call for Elaine. And later, when Elaine looks at the message on the notepad, she says, And Jake says, what's wrong? And Elaine says, I was just curious why you didn't use an exclamation point. And Jake says, what are you talking about? Elaine replies, see right here? You wrote, Maya had the baby, but you didn't use an exclamation point. And he says, so? And she says, it's nothing. I just found it curious. And Jake wants to know, what's so curious about it? And Elaine answers, I mean, if one of your close friends had a baby and I left a message about it, I would use an exclamation point. Jake says, well, maybe I don't use my exclamation points as haphazardly as you do. And she says, you don't think that someone having a baby warrants an exclamation point? And he says, look, I just jotted down the message. I didn't know I was required to capture the mood of each caller. And Elaine says, I just thought you'd be a little more excited about a friend of mine having a baby. Jake answers, I am excited. I just don't happen to like the exclamation points. And Elaine says, you know, Jake, you should learn to use them. Like the way I'm talking to you right now, I will put an exclamation point at the end of all of these sentences, on this one and on that one. And Jake says, well, you can put an exclamation point at the end of this one. I'm leaving. Then Jake marches out the apartment and slams the door behind him. And my point is, don't be like Elaine and Jake. Don't throw it all away over an exclamation point. Don't make a minor issue a major issue. It's not that serious. And in the big scheme of things, some of the stuff that's bothering you ain't even that serious. Their opinion doesn't even
even matter. Their reception of you doesn't even matter. Whether they like you or not doesn't even matter. And in our text today, the writer says, let your gaze be straight before you. And you need to know that what God has before you is better than what's behind you. And if you're going to get what God has before you, you may have to leave some stuff that's behind you. And when I was a kid, when my mom took my sister and me to the store, she didn't always want to have to deal with us in the store. So what she would do was crack the windows to the car so we have some fresh air and leave us in the car. We'd be in there for hours, playing games, eating lunch, watching people come in for work, leave for a lunch break, come back from the lunch break, and then get off work. It was sort of like a camping trip. You can't do that today, but back in the day, some of y'all know, back in the day, that's how it was. And if you're going to move forward with your life, there may be some things that you need to leave in the car. Leave your past in the car. Leave your negativity in the car. Leave your mistakes in the car. Leave your doubt and your fear and your worry in the car. If it doesn't add to your life, leave it in the car. There may be some habits you need to leave in the car. There may be some hang-ups you need to leave in the car. There may be some people you need to leave in the car. If they don't add to your peace, if they don't add to your purpose, if they don't add to your hope and your joy and your mission, you need to tell them, you ain't coming in here with me. You got to stay in the car. And in Philippians chapter 3 verse 13, Paul says, forgetting those things which are behind and stretching to those things which are before, I press. And if you're going to move from here to there, you need some press in you. You need some fight in you. You need some stretch in you. And as some of you know, we have two guinea pigs at my house, Snuggles and Kiki. And the guinea pigs absolutely love it when I give them hay. When they hear me opening up that bag of hay, they start jumping around and jumping around. And the other night, I decided that I was going to conduct an experiment just to see how they responded. See, I'm kind of childish like that. So I opened up their cage, but I didn't put the hay in the cage. Instead, I put a big pile of hay just outside the cage. See, I wanted to see if they dared to crawl out the cage to get the hay. I wanted to see if they were willing to leave their comfort zone to get the hay. I wanted to see how bad they wanted the hay. So when I placed the pile of hay just outside the cage, they were sniffing around and sniffing around and sniffing around, and both of them came up to the edge of the cage. The mama, Snuggles, just started biting on the cage. So, she's special. So I'm just looking at Snuggles, and I'm just shaking my head. But on the other hand, when Kiki smelled the hay, she stretched her body and dared to climb out the cage. And because Kiki was willing to stretch herself, she had all the hay to herself. The blessing was available to both of them. But if they were to enjoy the blessing and acquire the blessing and benefit from the blessing, they had to go get it. And in the same way, God has provided a blessing for you. But if you're going to enjoy the blessing and acquire the blessing and benefit from the blessing, you're going to have to go get it. You've got to be willing to stretch. Don't just sniff at the blessing. But if you're going to get what God has for you, you've got to step outside of your comfort zone and climb out the cage. There's a pile of hay just waiting for you, but you got to get out the cage to go get it. You got to try and trust. You got to risk and reach. You got to push and press. Now, as some of you know, I'm a faithful iPhone customer. And a week ago, I received an alert on my phone indicating that my iCloud storage was full. Now, that's the worst when your storage is full. Now, as a consequence, I was no longer able to back up pictures and videos on the cloud. So in order to make room for me to save more pictures and videos, I needed to delete some of the pictures and videos I already had. And if you're going to have room for what God wants to do in your life, you need to delete some unnecessary stuff that's taking up space in your life. There's some pictures that you don't need to be looking at anymore. There's some videos you need to get rid of. There's some old text messages that are doing you no good. And what do you need to delete? Whom do you need to delete? What's taking up space in your life? What attitudes do you need to let go of? What habits do you need to let go of? What behaviors do you need to change? And in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1, the writer says, let us lay aside every weight and sin that clings so closely, and let us run with perseverance the race that is set before us. And in his best-selling book, Good to Great, Jim Collins identifies reasons why some companies make the leap to the next level and why others do not. And he says that companies that do make the leap, they just don't focus on things they should do, but they also make a list of things they should stop doing. For such organizations, a stop doing list is just as important as a to-do list. And likewise, if you're going to make the leap from where you are to where God wants you to be in any area in your life, there's some stuff you may need to stop doing. Stop engaging in meaningless conversation. Stop complaining. Stop blowing your money. Stop wasting your time. Stop procrastinating. Stop being in denial. Stop giving negative people your ear. Stop trying to please everybody. Stop doubting yourself. Just stop. Some stuff you need to just stop doing. And it takes discipline to do that. It takes discipline to stop. One of my favorite TV shows is Power. And during this past season, hip-hop artist Kendrick Lamar was a guest who played a drug addict named Laces. And as some of you know, Kendrick did an amazing job. And just in case you don't know, Kendrick Lamar has won 25 BET Awards, 12 Grammy Awards, 6 Billboard Music Awards, and even a Pulitzer Prize for music. This summer, in an interview with Kendrick, Courtney Kemp, the executive producer of Power, asked him, if you could talk to young people who want to be in this business, what would you tell them? And Kendrick said, one word: discipline. He said, it's something that they told me my whole life. I got in there and I hold in those hours without anybody telling me. So I tell kids all the time, discipline. Practice that first and watch what comes behind it. And what Kendrick Lamar is saying is, you've got to be focused. You've got to put in the work. You get out of it what you put into it. You get out of your talent what you put into your talent. You get out of your gift what you put into your gift. You get out of your day what you put into your day. You got to put in the time and put in the work and put in the sacrifice. So while everybody else is fooling around, playing games, shooting the breeze, hanging out, having fun, you should be working on your craft. You should be working on your game. You should be working on your plan. You should be working on your gift. Your life is God's gift to you. But what you do with your life is your gift back to God. Give God a good gift. Now, position yourself now for what you want God to do next in your life. Do something today that your future will thank you for. That's a dope line right there. Y'all don't even appreciate it. But do something today that your future will thank you for. And a year from today, your future self is going to have something to say about your present self. Your future self is going to have something to say about your present self. Is your future self going to thank you? Or is your future self going to look back at your present self with disappointment, wondering what you did with your time? And the answer to that question depends upon the choices you make in your life right now. where you will be in the future, who you will be in the future, what you will be in the future, depend upon the choices you make in the present. See, if you're driving or riding in the car in the right lane, but you want to make a left turn at the light, you can't wait until you get to the light before you start shifting lanes. You need to start shifting lanes now so that you're ready to make the turn when you get to the light. Don't wait until the day the application is due before you start working on the application. Don't wait until the day of the interview before you start researching the company. Don't wait until election day before you find out if you registered to vote. That's too late. And I know that I desire a tenure track position at a college or university or seminary. I also know that one of the things potential schools are going to look at is my publications. So that means that I need to start taking steps toward turning my dissertation into a book. But it would be foolish of me to wait until a position in my field becomes available before I start taking these steps. I need to take these steps now so that when a position is available, I'm ready. See, if I know that I want to make a left turn at the light, I can't wait until I get to the light before I start shifting lanes. You need to position yourself now so that you're ready for what God wants to do next. Get your mind right now. Get your money right now. Get your body right now. Get your attitude and your spirit and your soul and your team right now. And as you focus on the future, you may have to replace some old things with some new things. You may have to replace some old things with some new things. In 2010, I owned a 1999 Toyota Camry. And one day, while I'm driving, the engine light comes on. So the next day, I go to the shop. Now, I don't remember exactly what was wrong with the car, but I do remember how much it cost to get it fixed. It cost $2,200. $2,200 to fix a car that's 11 years old. And when they told me that it was going to cost $2,200, I said to the car, I said, you know what? Love don't live here no more. It's time for us to go our separate ways. See, that's when I decided that it was time out for repair. That's when I decided that it was time for something new. And sorry to say, sometimes we try to repair what God wants to replace. We try to renovate what God wants us to eliminate. We try to hold on to what God wants us to throw away. Don't try to repair what God wants to replace. See, you may not be able to repair every relationship. You may not be able to repair that issue. It may not ever work at that job. It may not ever work at that school. They may not ever change. And if that is the case, that's okay, because God has given you options. In Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18 and 19, God says, remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old, for behold, I am about to do a new thing. And because God has given you options, you don't have to settle. Now, last week, children all across the country went either trick-or-treating or trunk-or-treating. And I'm the type of parent who likes to eat. I'm the type of parent who likes to inspect the candy. I like to inspect the candy. Not for my own benefit, of course, but for the benefit of my child. I want to make sure she's safe, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure I'm not the only one. And you know that when the kids bring that bag of candy home, you look through to see if it's something you like. You do. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Now, chiclets, nah. Sweet tarts, nah. Dots, heck no. Ain't nobody feeling those dots. Now, I don't like a lot of different kinds of Halloween candy. I don't like a lot of different kinds of Halloween candy. I only like the regular Tootsie Rolls and the flavored Tootsie Rolls and the Skittles and the Starbursts and the Snickers and the Twix and the Milk Duds and the Kit Kats and the cookies and cream Hershey bars, and the Hershey with almonds, and the Heath bars, and the M&Ms, and the Almond Joy, and the Jolly Ranchers, and the Laffy Taffy, and the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. But other than that, I don't mess with Halloween candy. Other than that, see, I don't settle. I don't settle for the candy that's right there at the top of the bag, but I sift through the bag for what I really want. And when it comes to your life, you don't have to settle for something that you don't really want, because God has given you many options in the bag. Don't settle for a little when God wants to give you a whole lot. Don't settle for less than enough when God wants to give you more than enough. Don't settle for a bad thing when God wants to give you a good thing. Don't settle for a good thing when God wants to give you a great thing. Psalm 48 verse 1 says, God is great and greatly to be praised. And since we serve such a great God, then you can expect our great God to do great things in your life. You don't have to settle, because what God has for you is for you. And one of the worst things you can do, is compare what God has for you with what God has for somebody else. See, if you really want to feel small, if you really want to feel discouraged, just start comparing your life with somebody else's life. See, I've come to grips that there's always going to be somebody bigger than me. There's always going to be somebody better than me. There's always going to be somebody brighter than me. But I also thank God, because God is not asking me to be somebody other than me. See, Dr. Seuss said, today you are you, and that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. You are the best you anywhere in the world. So don't insult God by trying to be somebody other than whom God made you to be. See, God didn't call you to be like them. God called you to focus on being the best you that you can be. And let me tell you about somebody else who was focused on the future. Once upon a time, about 2,000 years ago, this rabbi from around the way, this Messiah from a manger, this Savior from the South, was focused on the future despite his problems in the present. He struggled in the Garden of Gethsemane, but he kept his focus. His disciples fell asleep on him, but he kept his focus. Judas betrayed him, but he kept his focus. Peter denied him, but he kept his focus. They tried him on the charge, but he kept his focus. He was wounded for our transgression, but he kept his focus. He was bruised for our iniquities, but he kept his